are going to start by talking about a few whys. Not just why we are in this room, although we'll talk about that, but we're going to talk about why we are talking about an operating model. We're going to talk about why SSM Health is in the place that it is strategically. I'm going to start with a short video, and I think Scott's going to dim some lights.
No nappy.
How do I know? A lot of people, when they think of the phrase, how do I know, they always want to put the what behind it. How do I know what I'm supposed to do? The question that you really should ask is, how do I know why I'm here? Because when you know your why, your what becomes more clear and more impactful. If you know, like for instance, people know that I do comedy, but that's what I do. My why is to inspire people to walk in purpose. So I can do comedy, I can write books, I can be in a movie, because all of it is motivated by my why. In fact, I have a new web series out called Michael Jr. Break Time. We probably just did the 6th episode. It's on YouTube. So every single Wednesday at 3 o'clock, we drop a new episode on YouTube of Michael Jr. Break Time. What it is it's me. I travel around the country and I do stand-up comedy, in case you didn't know. And in the middle of my comedy set sometime, I'll stop and just talk to my audience. And we've been filming this, and it's pretty cool. So we're in Winston-Salem. I'm gonna show you a clip from Winston-Salem. And I'm just talking to this guy in the audience, and he tells me that he's a musical instructor at a school. So I was like, all right, you're a musical instructor. Can you sing? Let me hear you sing a song. So this is what happened at the last episode of Michael Jr.'s Break Time. Check it. So you're a musical director?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let me get a couple bars of like Amazing Grace. Can you do the first part of that? Go ahead.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Wow. That bro can sing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, what you give me the version is if your uncle just got out of jail, you got shot in the back when you was a kid. I'm just saying, let me see the hood version real quick, if you know which version I'm talking about. Just see if that exists. Let me see what you got.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Here's what I want you to catch. The first time I asked him to sing, he knew what he was doing. The second time, he knew why he was doing it. When you know your why, your what becomes more impactful because you're walking towards or in your purpose.
What did you think? No thoughts?
Well, I think everybody knows they have to do the board. The why becomes, why are you doing the board? Why is it meaningful to you?
Absolutely. No, that's a great point, Heidi. And then it becomes on us to talk to people in terms of their why. And that's how we make connection, and that's how we build teams. I'm gonna focus on this quote for a moment. When you know your why, your what has more impact. Because you're walking in or towards your purpose. So I said we were going to talk about why we were in this room, what our personal why is. I'm going to ask that, just as Scott said, we're going to use thought partners today. It's going to be the person at your table. So I'd ask that you take just about 1 minute with the person at your table and talk about your personal why. Why is it that you work for SSM Health? Why is it that you love the specific job that you do? What is it that you connect with in this work? Take about a minute, and then I'll ask that a few of us will share. We can come back together. Would anyone like to share what their team discussed, or what maybe their personal why is?
Unfortunately, I didn't get to discuss because we didn't have enough time, so I'll just share with you all. My why is I grew up in a family that had a lot of healthcare partners, whether or not they were a nurse or a pharmacist. So I grew up knowing SSM Health personally, and actually Dean, before they merged with SSM Health. My mom was a nurse there for 20 years, and she loved the culture. She loved the people, and she knew she wanted to be part of that change. That kind of trickled down to me. After high school, I kind of realized that healthcare is where there's so many opportunities and so much growth, and this is where I want to be and where I feel like I can make the most impact and make the most growth. So for me, my why is why are we here on this earth? I mean, we need to make it better, and how do we do that? Right here.
Wonderful. Would anyone else like to share their why?
I had worked at Epic and some other consulting places, and so a lot of felt healthcare, but a lot of my energy I felt like was going outside to like, it was great that I just helped this hospital in Hawaii, but I don't live in Hawaii. And so I really was happy to make a change and work with a local healthcare organization where I felt like we're helping people that we live with in our community and seeing at least some of the impact I have like on our own population, our own people, and our own families.
Anyone else?
We both had similar thoughts on this. We were in different industries. I was in healthcare and then went to finance. And she worked for a family business, kind of in technology. And we just felt like we needed to do more meaningful work. And I think when you're in healthcare, you get that connection more easily. And it helps you stay engaged. I mean, when you're at the hospital, or you see the patients and their family. Here, you see the physicians and the clinical staff coming and going, and you're working with them daily. We aren't directly caring for patients, but in a way we are.
I'm gonna piggyback off that because I was a nurse for 5 years, and seeing the barriers that frontline staff run into. I didn't realize that I was doing continuous improvement work in my previous jobs all along, but being able to make more of an impact on a wider scope as far as like the region or the facility or ministry versus just one patient at a time is why I transitioned from floor nursing into the CI role. So I think even though it doesn't feel like you're doing direct patient care, the impact that you make is directly impacting patients and their families and the staff that fulfill that role.
Tiffany, I think that's exactly correct. And to share my why just very briefly, I started my SSM career in behavioral health as what we call a psychiatric therapist. I was a tech, and I took care of behavioral health patients. And it's not something that a lot of people like to do, but something about it really spoke to me. I met a population that I was passionate about, that was vulnerable, that was in need of compassionate care. And as I looked around, at least the St. Louis market, but really all over the system, many healthcare systems are really leaning out of taking care of the behavioral health population. And SSM Health is leaning in. They see it as integral with their mission, and I connected with that. And I said, I want to be a part of someone, a healthcare system, that is working to improve the lives of again, this vulnerable patient population. And then as I found, as Tiffany said, as I've moved away from direct patient care, I've actually been able to impact more and more through kind of continuous improvement efforts rather than that direct patient care. Thank you all for sharing. So our why, as we have all alluded to really in our personal why, our why for SSM Health is our mission statement. Through our exceptional healthcare services, we reveal the daily presence of God. The why of our continuous improvement department, the why of our operating model, the why of our vision, the why of everything that we'll talk about in this training goes back to this, and it's our mission statement. Right? The why, the purpose of SSM Healthcare is to deliver quality, affordable care, right, to the neediest in our communities.